When you step into the world of coaching, you are committing to more than just helping your clients. You're committing to your own growth and evolution as well. But first things first, let's talk about why personal development is such a huge deal in life coaching. It is because when you become a coach, you're not just leveraging your personal experience or past challenges to guide others. That's not enough to be a great coach. This is a profession that demands you continuously invest in yourself as much as you invest in your clients and in your business. It is a journey of mutual development. And as you expand your capacity, as you experience the challenges and the levels of awareness and enlightenment you reach, the more you have to offer clients. And it's not just something nice to have in this field, it really is a non-negotiable in this profession. Because coaching isn't just about giving advice or just rinsing and repeating what you've learned or the one thing that worked for you that one time way back then. It is about guiding people through their own transformative process, helping them grow, helping them evolve, helping them step into their best selves. And in order to do that effectively, you must also be on your own path of personal and professional growth. And in addition to your own coaching, this might also involve additional certifications and attending workshops and joining training programs to stay up to date on best practices and continuously improve your skill set. So I'm going to break down these two aspects, personal and professional development, and I'm going to talk about why each is crucial to being a great coach and what they might look like. So before we break these down, like I said, you must be on your own path of personal growth because it's not impossible, but I will say this, it is very difficult and probably really hard to get your client past your own personal level of transformation. Okay. Now, let me add a caveat here. This does not mean that you have to have been through the same exact thing and have achieved the exact desire that your client has. But I'm speaking about being able to go through that process and that journey of abandoning what's known, what's familiar, what's comfortable, and leaning into not only a new set of behaviors, but a new set of being, a new self-concept, a new set of belief systems, and sometimes losing things and people along the way to pursue something that's worth it, but still unknown in the beginning. Okay? And there are usually about 6 stages of personal power that you can work your way through and achieve when you undergo a personal development journey like that. Let me break that down really quickly and then we'll dive into what development looks like. So of these 6 stages, there's powerlessness. And this is when someone has an external locus of control, meaning they give all their power and control to other people, places, things, systems, and circumstances, right? They do not feel like they have any say in their life or in their results. They pass the buck. Then you have individuals who experience a sense of power, but it's only by association. So they feel like they have some sense of influence, but it's because they know someone, it's because of a demographic they're a part of. And then you have individuals who experience a sense of personal power by achievement. And this is an upgrade. This is when a client feels a sense of power through their own personal accomplishments, achievements, or qualities. Most individuals never make it past these 3 stages. A lot of people are walking around feeling powerless. A lot of people are walking around with a sense of power only because of who they know or what they have. And then there are some people who have accomplished a couple things and they feel a sense of strength and self-esteem. Those are great, but great coaching can really push through to those top tier levels of power. So let's talk about the next one. The next one is power by reflection. This is created through introspection and is the beginning of a transformation, not just a change, but a transformation. And this is when you start to learn and grow and evolve into a bigger, better, more aware and authentic version of yourself, okay? You feel a sense of power because of who you are and because of your innate qualities, characteristics, talents, gifts, and personality. Then you have power by purpose, which is taking that a step further. And here is when you take that level of self-esteem, that self-love, that self-acceptance, that authenticity, and you start to actually act in alignment, in congruence with that version of yourself consistently. Okay. And that's where your authentic self starts to shine. You start to separate yourself from the norm. You enter your zone of genius. You start to kind of find your path and do what works for you and find this sense of flow in your life. And then there's this power by wisdom, which is level 6. And this is a really great place to get to. Very hard, but very empowering. And this is cultivated with a lot of time and a lot of practice and a lot of consistency, where this is your new norm. You feel this inner sense of knowing, this inner sense of calm, this inner sense of strength. So for example, for me, I always tell my clients that I know I don't have control over a lot of things, but I have a strong sense of faith because I've built the trust in myself that regardless of the circumstances, good or bad, I trust myself that I will figure it out, that I have the skill sets, the commitment, the values, the qualities that I will not give up until I reach the destination. And that's where my personal power comes from. So again, here it's personal power. It's not power or control of our circumstances. It's a sense of inner power that we can thrive despite the circumstances. And so if we can get a client to level 6, that's really powerful, but you can tell it's probably going to be really hard to walk them through those higher stages that are less tangible if you yourself haven't gotten there. Like I said, most individuals stay stuck in stage 1 or they start the process but never get past stage 3. And the coach will struggle to move a client through any stage that they personally have not conquered either. Again, the circumstances aren't relevant. It's more so the process. Now, let me say one small thing before I continue. This does not mean that we always absolutely need to be growing or investing. We don't want to create this false sense of need or dependency on personal development. Personal development is a lifestyle. I would start to say it is a value. It is something that should be consistent in a life coach's life, just like a personal trainer should probably be mindful of their food choices and live an active lifestyle that's very on brand and in alignment with what they deliver for their clients, right? But maintenance is also a portion of growth. And we talked about that in a previous podcast episode where I talked about premature problem solving and really making sure that you are assessing your client's level of readiness. So definitely go back and check that out. So you don't want to burn yourself out for the sake of growing, to always be striving towards bigger, more, faster. Maintenance is also growth, especially when your circumstances shift, the seasons of your life, your stressors, or your values. Now, another reason why development is so important for life coaches is because the world of coaching is always evolving. So techniques, strategies, and approaches that were cutting edge 5 years ago might not be as effective today. And that's okay, because that's the same in the medical field and neuroscience. I think it's great that we're constantly required in other professions to do continuing education to stay on top of what the research is saying. And life coaching's a fairly new industry. It's only a 40-year-old practice as we know it today. It's based off of an older practice of psychology and therapy, but the way that we view life coaching today, it's fairly new, especially in the online one-on-one format. So it's important to stay on top of your professional development, which might include additional certifications, attending workshops, joining training programs to improve your toolbox and your effectiveness. This helps you stay at the top of your game, helps you stay up to date with the latest research, tools, and best practices. Listen, the best coaches are the ones who actively seek out new information and have tangible experience with that information and seek feedback. They seek collaboration with peers and mentors to continuously learn and grow. This kind of ongoing learning is invaluable because it's going to allow you to refine your new skills. You're going to be able to hone your approach, deepen your techniques, and continuously improve your ability to serve your clients at the highest level. I remember when I was training to become a therapist in graduate school, and I would read about a theory in a textbook, and I had understanding. And then I would role play it with a student, and we would have an opportunity to practice it and kind of work out the kinks. But it wasn't until I actually implemented it with a client and I had a supervisor watching me either through the double-sided mirror, watching my videotape, or sitting in session with me, taking notes, watching me in real time. That conversation, that opportunity for direct feedback and supervision was where my exponential growth took off, where I actually had an opportunity to implement what I was learning and learn from people who were further along in the process from me and share with me my strengths and areas of improvement. Overall, these are the best types of coaches because they're committed to improving their ability to lead by committing to the practice personally and professionally. They're able to pull from their own coaching, always evolving their approach through their own experiences and their learning, and honing important coaching techniques through continued development. This type of consistent professional development is common and even expected in other industries, not as much in coaching yet. However, I believe this is the new standard for great coaching. And the Art and Skill of Coaching, the podcast, and the coach certification program is committed to providing quality, up-to-date, and effective coach training to ensure that you have the best tools to offer your clients. So if you enjoyed this really quick episode, I would encourage you to subscribe so that you don't miss any trainings or podcast episodes that come out, as well as check out some of the other videos I'll link up here to learn tangible tools that you can add directly to your toolbox.